will not appease your gods. I will destroy them. Good? You like it?
Today I'm going to be showing you the highlights taken from the Epic Games The State of Unreal conference, which is taking place right now. Now, I've watched a couple of hours worth of video footage to reclaim this information into this video. So there are lots of exciting things going on with Unreal Engine 5.2, which is currently under development and is soon to be released. So that's very exciting in itself. What I was interested in more than anything else was the development of Metahumans, and if there is any more development on Metahumans, because you might be aware that it's been about 2 years since the early access of Metahumans has become available to us, and we've been enjoying using Metahumans, but it's currently quite limited to what we can do. And you may have seen my earlier videos where I showed you how to link the AR phone kit from Apple to your Metahuman so you can create facial animations, but it's a little bit of a clumsy process. So it was really nice to see that at the conference Epic Games have announced that they have been developing upon Metahumans for 5.2, which I'm very excited about. They did announce that they're standardizing Metahuman for iPhone 11 upwards, so I'm sorry for you Android users, but I'm sure there will be some patches or something along the way to allow you to use it as well. But the reason why they are specifically homing down onto the iPhone is because
they're convenient, they're widely available, they're very uniform in specs, but we do nothing with it other than capture video, and that we're not using AR kit or anything like that.
They go on to say that the benefit of using an iPhone over the headset rig is that it is easy to transfer the data from a remote actor to an animator, so they don't have to be in the same studio. The actor could be anywhere in the world and use an iPhone and transfer the data across to an animator. It's that accessible and that easy to do now. For their live tech demo, they brought out Melina Jurgens, who is a performance capture artist most known for Hellblade series by Ninja Theory. So she gave a performance on, yes, just an iPhone on a tripod, and John Cook, the technician behind the screen, had the job of compiling her animation from her iPhone live and then using depth data. That's I guess why they have to use iPhone 11 upwards. They are using the Metahuman identity solver and then mapping that to the landmarks of the face to then create the animation from 3 frames, which is amazing and takes a couple of seconds. It doesn't look like there's any AR Apple kit at all involved, so it will be interesting to see an Android version for this, if that is at all possible. This is all internal of Unreal, so you don't have to go in and out of any other software, and in their demo they show it in under 3 minutes, which is pretty amazing. They then go on to say that any animation created in this process can then be easily dropped into any rig that uses the Metahuman standardized way that they have created. So that's really exciting, and this shows you the same animation being transferred from one rig to another. Doesn't matter about the stylization of the character, it just works.
I need performance capture to work like a mirror. I need it to capture whether I'm acting scared or angry. And sometimes all I need is a look.
They also announced audio to tongue, which will give better animation to the tongue of the metahumans, which will help add that realistic factor to your animation. So this again wasn't in the previous version, so that is something new. So that's being picked up from the actual audio from the actress. Not only they're making it easier to use, they're making it more accessible for everybody to use and lowering the cost bracket as well, which is good for everybody who wants to get involved into animation. You might not be aware, but Unreal, Quixel Bridge and Metahuman is all free, so you just need an iPhone. So more on the technical side of Metahuman, you've got Metahuman DNACaleb. So essentially it's a C++ library which gives developers access to the contents of the DNACaleb, where they can actually adjust and change the code to be more suitable for their pipeline. So that's really exciting for developers and game developers looking at metahumans going forward, so they can actually now fit them into their workflow a lot easier. In regards to motion capture for the body animation, there are no huge updates for that. Really, your best bet is still motion capture suits, which, to be honest, there are some good products out there. There's Rococo, there's Xen, but I understand the price can be out of some people's range. There are other ways of doing it with your iPhone, but they can be a bit noisy and take a lot of time to clean up that animation. So nothing massive in the way of body animation, just purely facial animation there. Now I know a massive downfall for Metahuman is its library of clothing. It looks like Metahuman is really just focusing on skin and face, rather than the actual clothing assets or hair assets. But yeah, nothing really in the keynotes there about the library of clothes. It's just, it looks like that you would have to still create your clothing assets and your body assets and the shape of your body in external programs like Character Creator or something like that, which isn't a huge problem. So it just looks like Metahuman is really just focusing on the upper neck and upwards area. They also said they're increasing their data sets for their Metahuman. So if you've used the Metahuman creator, you might find that it is very limited to do with hair and how much you can push and pull a face and their clothes. All those assets are actually very limited in the first release, which is really frustrating because you just feel it's got so much more potential with it. But I really do not like about Metahuman, and I'm just going to be real here, is the fact it is on a cloud and it is dependent on their service, how many people are using it, how quick your internet connection is. That really bugs me with Metahuman because it's slow and laggy for me and for many others who use it. So it really depends on what time you get on, and then you get kicked off after a certain amount of time on the Metahuman creator. So again, that's on the early access version, so I'm hoping that will change going forward, and I'm sure you hope that will change too. There were some really cool other announcements as well to do with procedural assets for Unreal Engine. The fact that they actually now interact with one another, so you can move these assets around in the map, and for instance here the river expands to where the hill moves to, so it's all live as well, and you can actually have your procedural assets put in and they interact with everything around in the map, and this is all live as well, so that is pretty cool. There were Fortnite updates as well, which I'm not going to go into, you can go and watch that yourself, but yeah, there's really exciting things coming from Epic Games and Unreal 5.2. So much to pack into this video, but I'm very excited about the state of Metahumans because you know I love my animations, 3D and AI. So that is pretty much a quick roundup of what they announced for the Epic Games the State of Unreal Conference 2023. If you want to watch it, I've provided a link below. I'm going to be writing this all up for the Prompt Muse website. Remember to sign up to the Prompt Muse newsletter as well. So yeah, that's everything. And what do you think about the state of Unreal and the launch of 5.2? I'd love to know what you think. And thank you very much. And that will do it. Bye bye.